Hey, good morning, Nick. What's going on?
Up, dude? Good to be here again.
Yeah, man, it's always good. One thing that we never really talk about that I think about a lot is food.
Oh, yeah.
Do you like food?
I love food.
Yeah?
It's like top one thing that I think about, probably.
Yeah, okay.
Besides music.
Yeah. So, have you had any good, really good meals lately? Got any good restaurants or made anything that was outstanding?
Bro.
Yeah. Yeah. What'd you do? What's going on? Lay it on me, dude. I hate food.
I hate food. We went to Cannes a few weeks ago.
Cannes?
It's
James
a
Caan?
Haitian restaurant in
Okay.
Portland, Oregon, and difficult to get in. My mom actually got me a reservation.
Oh, you told me about this.
Yeah.
You mentioned
amazing,
this. Yeah.
dude. Smaller plates, Haitian food, which is kind of like Caribbean with spice,
Okay.
But he was doing fusion style with I can't even name the dishes. I'm terrible. It's like when I watch a movie, dude. I'm just terrible remembering the plots and stuff.
Oh, man.
the plot lines.
I'm with you. I do
But
the same
I'm
shit.
telling you, it was a great meal. I can't tell you the very details of it. But
How do you spell Cannes?
Kann.
Okay.
Yeah, that place is great. We do take out occasionally, like Grubhub or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But we did Padi the other day, which is always a staple and amazing. We miss Pok Pok so much that
Yeah, Pok
Padi
Pok.
is kind of like the only
Damn.
alternative we have. Neem is great too. If you're in a pinch, you need some good. They have this beef curry thing. Neem does.
Wait.
Thai food.
Do you mean Eam? E-E-M.
Eam. Sorry.
Yeah.
Eam.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Eam's great.
Shit. Yeah, Eam's great. So we had this beef curry thing from there. It's amazing, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Beef
No.
brisket curry or some shit.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, I had that. Isn't that the it's like in a white sauce, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's so good.
So good, dude. So good.
Yeah. So you're Grubhubbing Padi from your place?
Yep.
Damn.
Do what you got to do, man.
I know.
And it might not show up warm, but
Yeah. I mean, that's a trek.
when my friend Matt was here, we did Oven and Shaker, which is one of the best pizzas around.
I haven't heard about
That's
that place.
downtown. Yeah.
I recently did Pizza Thief, which is really good.
That one's good too.
Yeah. Which
I've
one
had
did
that.
you go to though?
The
Because
one
they're different.
in Northwest, I guess about Montgomery Park kind of area.
Yeah. So that one has like the classic, like round pizzas, but the one that's in the Great Notion Brewery has it's not Detroit style, but it is like in a square pan. It's really good.
Great Notion. Awesome. Cool.
I've never been in Great Notion though.
Oh, you did it to go kind of thing?
Yes. I mean, without it being a boring story, somebody picked it up and we shared it. But
Awesome.
yeah, it was fucking great. It was like a dill pickle pizza. It was like this weird
Whoa.
dill pickle thing. Yeah, it was really weird, but it was like subtle. It was like a subtle type of
Nice.
thing,
I've been trying to, when I'm in Portland, to just try to maintain and eat well as best I can. Because anytime I travel, I just treat it like a vacation. And I've been traveling a bunch or whatever, so I get crazy every time. I come back heavy, feel like shit. So it's like when I'm home, I'm trying to maintain. So I haven't really been out too much, but
yeah.
I
I try to be
love
conscious
my
of
food,
it
bro.
when I'm out too. Like I usually make some
Try.
pretty good choices. But it kind of depends on what it is, though. Like I'm not gonna pass up. Remember at
No,
MDF,
exactly.
it's like, oh, let's try the oysters again. Like, these are shitty. Oh, they'll be better this time. No, no, fucking East Coast warm ass water oysters. Yeah.
And when I'm on vacation or when I'm traveling, I want to indulge and try everything I can. It's not like I'm going to be like, I'm going to go to this really great restaurant and order a salad. I'm not going to do that.
No.
I want to get the best shit they have.
Yeah, I
Whatever
mean
that
that's
is.
why else
That's
would you
why-
go out then? You don't
exactly.
want to. Yeah, you don't want to go to Eam and get like a glass of water.
Well,
and,
sometimes you're hanging with people and they do that kind of stuff, and it bothers me. It's like, come on, let's party.
But that that could be dietary restrictions too. I don't know.
A lot of times, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I can't really think of any others I've been to recently. Magna Cuisina on Clinton Street. That place is amazing.
I don't know that.
I want to say it's some kind of food that I can't remember. I think there's something else too recently. But anyway, just been eating a lot of really good food, and I've been cooking a lot too, and like some really good
That's
stuff.
good.
And
Nice.
Aaron's been making some really great curries, and
It's awesome having a partner that cooks, man.
yeah.
Really helps.
Yeah, and Ione cooks some amazing things, actually. Last night she made
Really?
spam musubi for
Oh, wow.
Aaron and I and some friends. And
Oh, awesome.
yeah. Actually, last night I had a great night. I had a nice long talk with Paul. We had a phone call together, Paul Masvidal.
Awesome.
And it started raining, like for the first time in Portland in quite a while.
Yeah.
And I was sitting in the studio, and it was like kind of hot. I didn't realize that it was raining outside. And Paul was like, man, you're breaking up. And so I stepped outside, and I sat outside, and it just started to rain on me, just like a nice light sprinkle. And it was like, had this like homemade spam musubi. I'm on the phone with Paul. Like,
man.
He was telling me about the Cynic tour they just got off, and I was telling him about the Moonbladder shows that I played, and just feeling the rain and the atmosphere, and so Northwest, man.
Yeah, it is nice when we see the rain again, because we do get tired of the sun.
Yeah. I've been embracing it this year, man. I've been into it.
Listen to you, bro.
Yeah.
Listen to you.
I've been into it. I'm trying to be a different person. I'm trying to throw away like all these like preconceived notions and these habits that I have. And
good. Yeah, why do we do them? Sometimes it's good to reevaluate those things, because a lot of times the reasons for doing them are from when we were 15 or fucking 17 years old.
I'm a much different person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I'm just really trying to, if I have like a reaction, a strong reaction of hate or dislike, I'm trying to break that down and be like, okay,
why am I feeling this
why do
way?
I feel this way? And how can I avoid this? Like, I don't want to be an angry person. I don't want to be an uncomfortable person. And every fucking summer, I'm miserable because I'm hot and sweaty.
Yep.
What can I do to have more fun in the summer?
That's right.
So, man, it's been working too. I mean, this sounds ridiculous, but I've been microdosing the sun. And I'm serious. I have
awesome,
been.
Dude. That's great.
Yeah.
We need that vitamin D, man. You're probably deficient your whole life.
Probably. I mean, you're not even going to believe this. You've known me for a few years.
Yeah.
What I'm about to tell you is going to shock you.
Okay, I'm ready, dude.
Are you ready for this?
Exclusive.
I have actually been sunbathing almost every single day
Unfucking believable.
of the summer.
Look at your glow. You glow. I was going to say something about your glow. Look at you.
Look at this. I mean, you can't really see, I guess, but I'm tan.
Amazing.
I'm tan for the first time in like years. And literally
awesome,
when the
dude.
sun is not out, I've been bummed because I've been like, oh, I can't go sit in the sun today.
Yep.
Which
I
is
think that's
something
how a lot
I
of people feel.
never would have said before. Ever under any
Next time
circumstances.
we have a podcast, he's going to tell me he's moving to Palm Springs or something.
I don't know about that. No, I love Portland. But, also just wearing sleeveless shirts. It's like
Change that, yeah.
like
Sleeveless hoodies, even this motherfucker.
sleeveless hoodies. Man, it keeps me like 20 degrees cooler when I don't have sleeves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I used to like be self-conscious about my arms. I'm like,
right.
like I just don't want to expose my arms. I'm like, fuck it. Like I'm going to be more comfortable. And like whatever, like I'm fucking ripped. I'm hot as shit, Nick.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Having that confidence, man. That's what it's
Yeah.
all about. But
Yeah.
you've been pushing yourself to do new things and try new
I am.
things, and it's evident.
Always.
So that's awesome
Yeah.
with the Grammy stuff and all the
Oh,
music
man.
you're
Dude,
doing.
that's-
It's like
yeah.
pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. It's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's what I live for. Is I love change. I love challenging myself, even if it's something just like being more comfortable in the sun.
Yep.
And really, like, no exaggeration, it has been life-changing because I've had a great summer. And there's only been like 2 or 3 moments where I've been like, okay, I'm really hot and miserable and uncomfortable and I'm mad.
Amazing.
It's only been a couple times, and usually it's like multiple hours per day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I know it's a
you've
crazy
gone
story,
through
but-
some crazy, like you've gone through some summers where you're completely miserable.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is a big change for you.
yeah. And
Dude,
I'm a
that's
happier
awesome.
person because of it. So
Nice. So how can we adapt these kind of mentality things to the rest of our lives, just in every
Well,
aspect?
I think so. I mean, it's like, next time you're eating durian or balut or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
It's like,
why do I
think about
find
it.
this repulsive? I mean,
both of us are pretty brave eaters. I think we would try most things, but
remember
there's a
when,
line. There's a line.
remember when we tried eating the balut?
Yeah.
Oh my
Couldn't
God.
get
That
through
was,
that.
we got that like at some
At,
market or something, right?
The one on 82nd that used to be a PCC.
Fubon?
Fubon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fubon.
Yeah.
They had it then. I haven't been there in a long time. So.
I still feel like we didn't prepare it correctly though.
Probably right. Nowadays that was YouTube was around, of course, but we didn't think about doing that. But now we could prepare using a YouTube video or something.
Yeah. I'd try it again. I still don't think I would like it.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Poor baby bird,
I know. Half-formed.
But durian, no problem. Durian's no problem. But
I don't know. Ione and I did it a couple years ago.
You know?
Yeah, the taste isn't great though either. I don't know.
Nice.
But yeah, awesome. So anyway, today we're going to talk about nerd culture.
Yep.
And I kind of like our last subject. I was applying it to music, of course, but also to many things in life.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into nerd culture and that whole thing, as always, earthandsound.org. Check out the web store. Shirts, hoodies, CDs, LPs, cassettes, just all sorts of shit. Pins, patches. Like, what else could you want out of life?
Merch heaven.
Merch heaven. Yep. I got stuff in there from Dolvin, from Moonbladder, Aum. We've got F-Space. We've got Cross Paths. Basically anything that I've done or is related to me or Nick in some way, I try to keep in stock. So, when I can. So there's a lot of stuff in there. We've also experimenting with this Patreon thing. As of now, we have nothing behind a paywall. It is just a way to help support us and cover the costs. It doesn't cost a lot to do this, but I do have to make some studio upgrades here and there to stay relevant. Well, that's not true. Not stay relevant. Just like keep the quality at a pace and a level that I like. And, the hosting costs and all that. So we really appreciate that. You can visit that Patreon from our link tree, which is on our Instagram and Facebook. And we deeply appreciate that. Please send us emails, hate.pod.music@gmail.com. Send us ideas for shows, questions, corrections for Nick, whatever you want to do.
I love that joke every time.
Yep, every single time. It's never going to get old.
It's not.
And we've been running this contest. Nobody has entered yet, but if you want to write a I Hate Music theme song, if you want to cover the existing one, send it in. I'm not going to be replacing the one that Marius has made, but if you send one in, I will play it on air for sure, guaranteed. And Nick and I will pick our favorite one, and we'll send a big fat care package to you if anybody.
Would love that to happen. That would be so cool to hear those.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun if somebody just wanted to take it upon themselves. I've gotten comments from a few people that's going to happen, so I'm hoping it will. But yeah, send that into the email address, hate.pod.music@gmail.com. And, but yeah, nerd culture. Nick, this was kind of your idea. What do you think about
I've been
this?
doing these synth shows and just talking to the people that are engaging with the synth shows and fans of this genre. I recognized very quickly that there's a lot of social awkwardness amongst these people.
Yeah.
And I think I can be socially awkward as well. And it lended me to thinking if there was some sort of attraction with metal, with synth, with dark music that lends itself to people that are maybe mildly autistic or on the spectrum in some way, And I don't know. I was just brainstorming in my head about maybe it's just because it's a solitary type of music, or maybe because people are drawn to it because initially they are looking for a community or something, and they don't have one because they're not socially, they're so socially awkward that they don't know how to find a community amongst the general public. I don't know. So I was just brainstorming about that, thinking about that,
Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird subject for me because, I guess everybody can agree, that a nerd is someone who is so obsessed about a particular subject that it tends to harm them in other aspects of life, right? They're socially awkward. They are introverts. They are maybe missing out on having partners or being well-rounded because they're so myopic about one subject or thing.
That's right.
What was the quote about Slayer? Okay, I'm going to fuck this up.
Okay.
Somebody, do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Somebody said at some point, nobody listens to Slayer for a summer.
Right.
Do you know this quote?
Yeah.
I
So
can't-
it's an obsession or it's not. Is
Right.
what you're saying? Yeah.
Like-
yeah.
like-
you don't just it's not a phase being into
Right.
heavy metal. It's not a
Yes.
phase being into Slayer.
So wouldn't being a metal fan by definition make you a nerd in a way? Because you're so obsessed. You're so into it. It's not a casual thing. It's a lifestyle. It's
For a lot of people, it is. I don't know if there's casual metal fans. I think there are. There's some people that are, they dabble in it. Our friend John, maybe for instance, he dabbles in
good point.
Iron
Good point.
Maiden, Sabbath.
Yeah.
The big hitters. But
Or Casey too. Casey
too. Yeah, Casey
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I think these are people that aren't necessarily in the scene at all, but they
good
are
point.
interested in the music and they like to hear it here and there.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you
It's
just
not
disproved my
always.
theory.
well, it's just not always, a myopic, singular person that's into heavy metal, I guess. But I don't know. I think in this day and age with the internet and social media, I think we could be exposed to different scenes relatively easy. And I think a lot of people that have the Eagles' greatest hits and Michael Jackson Thriller probably also have Sabbath Volume 4 in their collection. I think it's kind of it makes you a well-rounded music
True.
fan.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So then we go
Yeah.
deeper. We're okay, so you start getting to Slayer, you start getting to Morbid Angel and Sepultura and
Right.
these heavier bands. That's when it weeds out those people, I think. That's when we start to get into a deeper understanding of this person's personality because they are obsessed with going further into this
Right.
genre. So
Yeah. You're right. So I
what
guess
makes a person want to go further? What is that?
So is that where the definition of nerd begins?
Yeah,
is when you
I think
start
so.
going further.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe it's you can apply this to collecting Star Wars figures too, or something.
Right.
There's plenty of people that open up the fucking package and they play with the figures. Then there's other people that are probably kind of nerds, and nerds, I'm saying, are just kind of awkward people sometimes. That are keeping them in their packages, keeping them pristine, never touching them. Maybe thinking
Right.
about it in more of a collector's kind of mentality. I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting. You might be right.
I am right.
No, I think you are right. And I think, when we were growing up, I think that the word nerd had a negative connotation.
Yeah.
And I think it's different now. I think that, maybe it's not the best connotation, but I think nerds are way more celebrated than they used to be.
Well, I don't know, girl boss or something. These kind of phrases I'm a nerd and I'm proud. Or I don't know. It's kind of silly, I think, and kind of dumb, but
It is, but I feel like a lot of the people that were nerds in the 80s are, like Steve Jobs and shit
exactly.
that.
They're leading the companies and
Yeah.
they're a lot more common now. I think it's not as it's not as it's not a social, you're not a pariah if you're a nerd like you used to be,
Right. So I guess.
They're popular kids that are nerds for sure,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Not back in the day so much.
But so I feel like you're saying that a nerd, by definition, that you have to have that that obsessive, awkward quality.
I think so.
So it's not just being passionate.
No.
Because to me, I'm thinking it's just being passionate about something means you're a nerd. But I think you're getting to an aspect I didn't consider, and I think you're right. I think it's more than that. It's more than just being passionate.
Yeah, I think so. There's just these the people I was talking to, the shows and stuff are they're obsessed, yes, but there's more to it. They identify with the community and they want to collect all the merch. They want to. They're not only artists, but they're supporters of the art.
Right.
And I think to go that deep, you have to just be kind of nerdy or whatever. I don't know where I'm going with it exactly, but
yeah. Yeah, I think you might be right.
And what about being a little bit autistic lends itself to nerd cultures in general? Does every autistic person have an obsession? Whether it's music or anime or any of these kind of subcultures that are kind of cropping up all around us all the time.
Right.
I think a well-rounded person, and that's not saying this is a good thing. A well-rounded person probably would just be like, oh, I'm playing basketball tomorrow, and I'm playing, I'm going to go to a show of this weird show my friend invited me to on Thursday. And, they're doing all these weird different things. They're not just like, okay, on Monday I have this Japanese animation to watch at the Hollywood Theater, and on Tuesday I have this Japanese animation to watch at fucking whatever, some other theater. But I don't know. I don't know what my point is here.
Yeah. And taking this even further, like, I feel like there are, like, nerds in bands, and, like, that's been, like, a thing, too. Mm-hmm. Like They Might Be Giants or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like a band of nerds, and, like, that's the image.
Somehow they were organized enough and knew enough about other things, or maybe managed well or something, that they were able to,
But it's funny, like, in the 80s...
It's not always the musicians, It's not always the bands that are creating the nerd culture. It's the fans, right?
Yes, exactly. But, like, in the 80s, you had movies like Revenge of the Nerds, which I know you're intimately familiar with.
Oh, yeah. Great movie.
But, like, I mean, those movies and a lot of stuff in the 80s was very much, like, made nerds like the other, right? They're like,
of course. The glasses with the thing, and they were just, like, awkward around girls. They could never
protector.
Could never get the hot girls, even though they wanted them.
Yeah.
They'd do panty raids and all these things.
Yeah. Nobody wanted to be a nerd. Nobody wanted to be around them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But now...
Nobody wanted to go to their parties and all these things. Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, They Might Be Giants? Yeah, fucking classic, dude. Like, it's fucking great. And
yeah, and maybe Revenge of the Nerds would be difficult to make now. I don't know. Maybe it'd be Revenge of the Jocks or something,
Oh man!
So is there? I have no idea, what high school culture's like or anything, but I wonder if there's pressure on to not be a jock anymore. There's like, you can't just be. You have to be sensitive to women. You have to be sensitive to like being overly masculine. All these things. So I wonder if in Portland, at least, like football will be something that's going to die or something, or these kind of typically in the past historically masculine activities.
Things,
yeah.
I mean, my only frame of reference is through my kids, obviously, and
me too,
neither one of them are very sporty, but they have both gone to football games at the high school.
And they're not like popular nerdy. I mean, they're nerdy kids. They're not like cheerleaders or something.
No.
They're going to the games too, which is awesome. Yeah.
They go, but they don't like it. They're like,
but their friends are hanging out.
Boring as shit, but it's just like a thing to do.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's so far out of my realm. Like, I don't know what kids are doing for sports.
What's happening out there now? I wonder. I was just brainstorming that as well, and I don't know if there's, because of nerds being more of a popular thing now, trendy thing, I guess, that I wonder if you would be considered kind of boring if you were just into football or something now, When in the past that was perfectly normal, and that's most guys were like that.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, that would be interesting. Like, I bet Casey would have a better insight into that because he has a son that's going into high school. He's not a jock by any stretch of the imagination, but I bet he knows, like, if that's a thing.
Yeah.
Kids
in bands, and back in the past, it was rare that the kid that was playing in the band was also playing baseball or football or something. It was a separated thing.
Totally separate. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think kids are more well-rounded, and like my kids, like, they're doing stuff that I never did at that age. Like some of Ellery's best friends are boys, and they just hang. Yeah,
exactly.
It's like that never happened with me in high school.
I never had a friend that was a girl.
No. I mean, that's crazy talk.
Well, maybe that's why we're socially awkward.
Right.
Because we never exposed to that, But we didn't know how to behave around girls.
I have carved such a strange life for myself that's why. I mean, I feel like I'm not very socially awkward anymore.
No, you're not.
But like 20s into 30s, I'd carved such a strange life for myself that I had a hard time relating to people because I was so myopic in my goals.
Yeah.
So nerd-like in my goals and what I wanted to do with my life and how I wanted to live my life that I never did normal stuff. And
can you talk about like living in Milwaukee and being around all those sports fans and stuff?
Yeah,
that was like.
That was weird. I mean, growing up was similar, but I was also a kid. But then when I lived in Milwaukee, I was a stay-at-home dad. I wasn't working, not into sports, and Erin was working, and we'd go to like work parties, work functions, things like that, or even like meet up with friends of hers from high school. And like everyone, like even the women were just like, "You're a stay-at-home dad?"
Oh, even that, yeah.
Yeah, like that was like unheard of. But it was funny because like the men would look at me like, who are you?
Why would you do that?
Yeah, like
yeah,
and like, oh, how emasculating for you.
Oh, right, yeah.
And
so
but the women would tell Erin like, oh my God, like that's amazing that your husband like takes care of the kids.
Yeah, like we could never have our husbands do that. That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, and people would call me Jack Black there, even though I looked nothing like Jack Black. It's just because I wear black, and at the time I had some hair, so. And I'm into metal, so I'm Jack Black.
Yeah.
And people would, pull Erin aside and be like, "Oh, like, he's cheating on you on these tours," and like,
oh, that's
like that's
trying
really
to create drama.
Yeah, like that's like really nice of you to like support him in this, but like, shouldn't he get a job and all this stuff?
Yeah, but what about like when these dudes that you're near? The husbands and stuff are trying to talk to you about sports. Like, well, how would you respond? And like, would you just ignore them? I mean, it must have been a little awkward.
Oh, it's horribly awkward.
And what would you do?
I mean, I never got it right because it's like there's no good answer. Because if I'm like in Portland, I'll be like, I don't really follow sports, and sometimes people will be like, oh, what? Okay, But most of the time they're like, oh, that's whatever.
Yeah.
But there it was
there.
like. If I say like I don't follow sport, people are like, "What? Like, what's wrong with you?" Like, like I've had people say that to me, like, "What's wrong with you?" But if I say
nothing's wrong with me,
but if I pretend that I know,
exactly.
then I feel horrible, and I
it's
really
too much
know.
to pretend.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool,
that guy hit a home run yesterday. That's great. And then they'll be like, oh, did you see the other one last week? And you're just like, no.
Yeah, and like oh, what about Colin Robinson? Did you see that hit that he made? And I was like, oh yeah, I have to go pee. See ya.
That reminds me, I grew up in a kind of a car family where everybody was talking cars all the time, really into it. But I learned to kind of fake it, And in my adulthood, I've been around plenty of engineers and such that were into cars and obsessed with cars. But I knew like what kind of questions to ask about the carburetor and what kind of how many cylinders. I knew enough to like pretend
to like,
but I knew that if it went deeper, and I would try to avoid going deeper at all costs.
Right.
But there was a limit where I could not talk about it anymore. And when that happens, when that limit happens, I tend to try to change the subject or, walk away or deflect or something. You know, I noticed that was happening a lot.
Yeah. Oh, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
And that was exhausting. It was just like, I didn't want to do anything because I didn't want to have to like pretend to like
you were
the
going to be in those
Packers
relationships. Or those kind of conversations. Yeah.
Yeah. And even aside from sports, it was just hard to relate. It's always been hard for me to relate with certain people. Just again, I carved a really weird path for myself. Yeah. I did a lot of normal stuff. I got married. I had kids.
Yep.
But my priorities have always been different. My interests have always been a bit different, and so it's been hard to connect with people.
Yes, and I think this is a common thread in people that are obsessed with something. If you're obsessed with surgery, it's the same. If you're obsessed with beer, it's the same. We've been exposed to beer culture as well. And, after a certain time in our lives, we just can't keep up anymore, and it's exhausting. So we got to kind of pick what we want to be obsessed with.
Yeah, for sure. And like even the jocks, like they're nerds about sports,
football. That's true. They are. They're nerds about football.
Yeah.
Or baseball or whatever it is.
I think we should flip the script.
Sports nerds are different. Sports nerds are different. Yeah.
We should start calling them like football nerds.
Yeah. They probably wouldn't like that.
No, they would hate that.
If they're of a certain age, they wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
Maybe you're younger. They're like, yeah, I am. Whatever. I'm a sports nerd. It says right here on my shirt.
Exactly.
I'm a nerd and I'm proud.
Yeah.
I have heard people say that, oh, I'm a yoga nerd or something. And that really kind of pisses me off when people say that. I don't know why. Like, you're a yoga nerd? I mean,
Yeah.
you could just be into yoga, right? Like, you
Right.
could be a nerd. It's proud. I'm proud to be a nerd now, you know?
Well, it's like when,
I'm an OG fucking nerd, dude.
right.
This is gatekeeping.
It's gatekeeping. Yeah. Goes back to our last episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh man, I was just going to say something about
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. It was just like extrapolating on that. Something about the nerd thing though.
Yoga nerd or were you
Yeah, it was something about the yoga nerd thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's just like the yoga nerd thing is just like when people were like when they would express that they're like kind of snobby about something, they'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, like I'm a yoga Nazi."
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yoga Nazi.
But now people don't say that for obvious reasons. But
yoga Nazi would be more of like, yeah, I'm really hardcore about this. I don't know if
Yeah.
yoga nerds quite have the same connotation.
no. But I'm just saying it's kind of like it's just putting like a word on there that doesn't really need to be there.
No, it doesn't need to be there. You're a yoga nerd, and I think a lot of people need to prove that they're nerds about something. You know?
Right, because it's cool now.
It's
And-
cool
and-
now to be nerdy.
Because-
Oh, I'm a Hallmark Channel nerd. Like that would be fucking stupid.
Nobody
if you
would
were-
say that, but they. I, mean,
I
that's-
hope not.
That's insane. I'm a buckethead nerd.
Well, we know a couple of those guys.
Yeah, we do. Or guar nerd or something.
Oh yeah,
Guar.
Guar nerd would be amazing.
Guar.
Guar, drink.
I got.
Nice.
I'm drinking a Origin sparkling water. Oh, so this is a funny little detour. I got these Origin waters recently. I think they might be made by Wolfgang Puck, which is confusing
That's
to me
weird.
too.
Yeah.
But then I got them, and right on the front of it, it says "refreshingly American."
That's really weird.
It's really weird. So I was like, "Oh fuck, I gotta Google this." Is like,
Yeah.
did Trump make this water or
Yeah,
something?
exactly.
Like, what is this?
Yeah,
This
you're
is
buying
weird.
some Trump water. Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it has anything bad going on with it, but
It's made here, I guess.
I
Is that
guess,
what they're
and it's
saying?
just
But
like-
aren't
it's-
all drinks made here?
and it's refreshing. So it's refreshing, but it like instantly like weirded me out and turned me
Yeah,
off.
that's strange.
So if anybody knows if this is a Nazi drink that I'm drinking, like email in because
fascist drink.
yeah, is this a fascist drink?
Do you consider yourself a seltzer nerd?
No, but I love seltzer.
Yeah,
and I know
think
what I
do too.
like.
Yeah, exactly. So you might be, man. I guess if you were obsessed with trying all the different brands, and I don't know.
I mean, I feel like I am right now, actually, because I have this Origin water. I have 3 cases of LaCroix. I have some Waterloo.
You are a nerd.
I
You're
have
a nerd.
4 different types of kombucha from 3 different places. And I have this V8 black cherry energy drink stuff that I'm obsessed with. I also have
You're
4 different
definitely-
types of double IPA in the house.
So you're a beer nerd and you're an IPA nerd. You are an IPA nerd.
I'm an IPA Nazi.
IPA Nazi and a seltzer water nerd.
Yeah.
Wow. I
Yeah.
think people can just be nerds without saying it. Just do what you do, bro. Don't announce
Right.
to the world that you're a nerd about it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't need to know it. I don't know why that bothers me, but it does.
Well, it's almost like saying too much. You know, it's
It's like,
Not-
yeah, I can tell you're into metal.
right.
You don't need to tell me you're a metal nerd.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
Yoga nerd or whatever.
Yeah, you're wearing a battle vest. You're definitely a fucking metal nerd, you know?
I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell.
And your cat has one too. I mean, you're definitely a
Yeah, we
nerd.
saw those being made at Hell's Heroes. Amazing. Those
yeah,
battle
the
vests
cat-
for cats.
Yeah.
We
I
should
forgot
plug that
about-
company.
Oh, yeah. Sponsored by
Yeah.
Cat Vest.
They're
Whatever it was.
awesome, though. They had like a battery patch or a
Yeah,
Sodom
yeah.
patch on the back of a cat vest.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
That was
Those
crazy.
people are nerds for sure.
Oh, dude, when you're making like cat battle vests.
Yeah, yeah. I think anybody that's making a battle vest is a nerd because it takes a lot of time to sew those patches.
Yeah, for sure.
Jeez, man.
So you're definitely a nerd. You
I'm a
recently
nerd.
made one.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely a metal nerd. I'll give myself that.
You
I
are.
don't know, but it doesn't mean I know all about different types of metal. You know?
No.
I like what I like.
Yeah.
I'm a gatekeeping metal nerd, I think.
That's quite the badge. That'd be a good T-shirt. Gatekeeping metal nerd.
Yeah. But my hands are sore, and I can prove that I sewed my own patches because of my hands.
Did you use dental floss or did you use thread?
Oh, that's fucking punk, dude.
That's
no, I
punk.
used thread. I went to the dollar store and bought some thread.
Yeah. Man, I tried to sew a couple patches onto a vest. I wasn't trying to make a battle vest, but I wanted to put a celestial patch on this jean jacket I have.
Yeah.
And Aesop was like, oh, yeah, just use dental floss. That's what the punks do. Dude,
Yeah, right.
it's so fucking hard. And
I think
so
it's too
tedious.
thick. I think
And,
it's too thick.
it's hard,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so that's the only time I've tried to sew anything onto anything, and it didn't work well. I prefer
Nice.
pins. I like a nice
Pin
pin.
it on, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really easy that way.
Yeah, you could just do the corners and then you're good.
Yeah, I've got these really, really cool moonbladder pins. It's just two little guys, $5 in the web store.
Wow, what a
Yeah.
subtle plug that
Yeah,
was.
yeah. You've seen them; they're amazing, right? They
Yeah,
change
they
your
are.
life.
I
Yeah.
have one on my my backpack. It fell
you do?
off recently. Yeah,
Oh
it fell off
man, that
recently.
happens sometimes.
Yeah, and then you lose the back, and then you're kind of screwed.
I know. Well,
You're a pin nerd. You're a merch nerd, dude.
I am a
I mean,
merch. Yeah, I am.
I know all the places to get the merch now. It's like Sticker Guy and like you get
Yeah,
your
yeah.
stickers here, you get your flyers made here, you get your. I guess
Yep.
DIY people have been doing this for years and labels and stuff, but for
Yeah.
me, it's relatively new, so it's
Yeah.
kind of fun.
No, it's nice to have like your places that you get the shit
Yeah,
done.
exactly. Yeah, you
And,
can rely on them, and they're quick, and all these things. When somebody orders a Traveler's Rest shirt, I order it right away from Sticker Guy,
Right.
and it
Yeah.
comes in 2 weeks, and then I mail it as soon as I get it.
Yeah.
It's
No,
better
it's
than
great.
printing out 10 shirts that I
Right.
probably won't sell.
Yeah.
And which sizes do you choose then? You know?
Well, that's why I used to do pre-orders on my shit. Just
I
like
see.
dial it in
Yeah.
in the sizes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of that, let's talk about Sticker Mule for a second
Okay.
and that whole fiasco. Are you unaware of the fiasco?
No, I'm not. I saw that he's like, after Trump got shot, he
Yeah.
said something about, we have people on both sides here at our
Right.
office. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? Who cares about your politics, dude? Delete. That was
Yep.
the end of it for me.
Okay, so, yeah, he sent out that email,
Yeah.
and I think it was a post on Facebook or something too, and basically it was like, I'm the CEO and I'm a Trump supporter, and we have people on both sides, whatever. And he lost like most of his customers because most of his
Oh, my
customers are going to
God.
be like in bands who are
Yeah.
typically progressive liberal people usually.
Shit.
So he lost most of his customer base. And then recently they sent out an email, and nobody really knows if this is true or not, but they're claiming that the company kicked the CEO guy out and replaced him. And now
Oh
it's this
my
new
God.
guy who is like, hey, I'm not a Trump supporter, and, we want your business back.
Holy shit.
But now
this is insane.
Yeah.
I didn't see that email.
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
I?
Jori pointed it out to me.
Oh, my
But
fucking God.
so now people are like,
Coming
is this,
back?
is this a ploy? Is this
Yeah,
the same
right.
dude just
It's
knowing
probably
that he
the same
lost
guy.
all of his business? It sucks because I love Sticker Guy. Sticker Guy is my place, but they do take a while.
Sticker Mule or Sticker Guy?
Sticker Mule is the Trump one.
Okay. Yeah, they're the ones I use for shirts. Shit.
Yeah,
How do we know now? What's up? I'm looking at their website.
I don't know.
don't see anything.
I don't know. If
They
you go to
still
their
have 5
Facebook,
stars.
there's lots of discussion on
maybe I'll do
Facebook.
that. Maybe I'll do that. But damn, that's insane.
I don't know if it's legit or if he's just, if they're
I mean,
just
this
trying to
is
save
one
face.
way to kind of, I don't know. Voting is one thing, but also thinking about where your money goes to is
Yeah.
a way to
Vote with your money.
Vote with your money. And I like that idea. But I also think it's difficult to avoid sometimes, especially
It
when
is.
you're ordering fucking $1.24 cable from China on Amazon that comes in 2 days. How the fuck does that happen? I
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't know. It's magic.
But somewhere along the line of the chain, I'm sure I'm supporting a Trump guy.
Oh yeah.
So,
But you can also avoid it when you can.
yes,
And so
exactly.
with
Yeah,
Sticker
exactly.
Mule, that's where I was
He
like,
should
nope.
have shut his fucking trap and not said a goddamn thing. That guy.
He just shot himself in the foot,
Yeah,
or in
like-
the ear, I guess, in this case. But
my friend he fell and like he hurt his ear, and the patch on his ear looks the same
No.
as the Trump.
That's terrible. Jesus Christ.
So,
Wow.
people are thinking he's like a supporter of some sort.
Damn. You saw that curb where Larry's wearing the MAGA hat, just like so nobody talks to him.
People don't talk to him.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Genius idea.
Yeah, your friend could do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think, voting with your money is a great way to go. And so I do not support Sticker Mule anymore.
Damn it.
It is unfortunate because they had their deals like every now and then.
Really
I use the deals.
Yeah.
Got some great stickers through them. Done a couple of shirts just for fun, but I just can't do it. So,
well, thanks for letting us know. I forgot to even follow up on that. I haven't ordered anything from them in a while, but I'll be aware of that next time.
So, but yeah, if anybody knows if the new management, new CEO is a real thing, and if they're a company that we can actually support, then please let us know.
Fuck, marry, kill. What would you fuck? What would you marry? What would you kill?
Okay, dude. Fuck, marry, kill. Japanese animation, like anime.
Okay, yeah.
Star Wars. Or
Okay.
going to Comic-Cons.
Oh, God. Okay.
Which
Wow.
one, bro? Which one?
Okay.
These are nerdy things,
These are nerdy things. Well, I'd have to kill going to Comic-Cons because I've never been to one, so I don't really know.
me either. Okay.
Definitely marry Star Wars
Okay.
because I love Star Wars. And
Wow.
yeah, actually, it's really appropriate. And fuck anime. I love some anime, but it's not something I go out of my way for. I mean, I guess like Ghibli's considered anime, right?
I'm thinking more of like the girly stuff, with
Right.
like the beardo dudes that are into like hot girls, animated hot girls.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
I don't know what even that shit is. But
I don't like. Yeah, I
Ghost
don't know
in the
that
Shell
shit
or what
either.
the fuck? I don't know what it is, dude.
Yeah, I mean, there's some really good anime like Death
course
Note. I like, and the Ghibli stuff, of course.
What was the stuff in the 90s that was popular? There was a certain animation that made it across, and people were really obsessed with it.
Yeah, there's a few of those things. I never really got into it at all until a couple of years ago when the kids were getting into it.
Oh, nice.
And they played me some things that were really cool.
Nice, that's great.
It's just, I'm going to say something crazy,
What's
and
that?
people always make fun of me for it, but I just don't really like animation of any kind. It's just not something that
I'm kind of with you.
that
I
lights me
like
up.
some, but yeah, it's not something I seek out or get excited about.
it's rare. There's a rare exceptions like Coraline.
Yeah.
I love Coraline.
That's the clay and like not clay, but the puppetry.
Yeah.
They animate the puppets.
Yep.
That's incredible, dude.
Yeah.
And the Studio Ghibli stuff's really great too.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, Ghibli stuff is great, but it's just not something that really grabs me. So,
Well,
yeah,
when I was in Japan, I noticed that there was more than the 5 years previous when I had been there before. There was a certain type of white bearded man that is looking and getting deep into the animation sections of these music stores, bookstores, and stuff like
Right.
that. It's an interesting thing that has happened in the last 5 years, and I don't know what's going on, but there was almost like a stereotypical like what this person's going to look like,
right? Yeah,
It's weird. It's really
that is weird. Well, it's like the stereotype, like the Simpsons comic book guy,
Yeah,
like the shitty little ponytail. He's got the skullet, the big beer gut or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so kill anime, fuck Star Wars. No,
Marry Star Wars.
marry Star Wars, kill Comic-Cons, and fuck anime.
Have you noticed, like, in certain Comic-Cons or these conventions, the celebrities and comic book artists or whatever, how much they charge for like an autograph and stuff? It's insane sometimes.
Yeah, it is crazy. How much do you
Insane.
charge for an autograph?
When I go to these things, I charge $27 because 27 is my favorite number.
There you go. Why is
No, that was
27 your?
dumb. No, it's not. I was trying to freestyle something funny. It didn't work.
No, it
out
was
very
good. I laughed a lot on the inside.
well. No, but if you want to go like meet Linda Blair at the horror con or something,
Yeah.
it's like $80 to get her autograph, and she'll only sign certain things and all these
Right.
things.
Oh my God.
Kind of weird. What a weird scene, man.
That is
I
a
don't get
weird
it.
scene.
So, did you actually meet her? Yeah, I paid $80 to meet her.
Right.
I don't know, man.
Does that count though? Like,
Are we gatekeeping like celebrity culture?
yeah, I think we are.
I met Linda Blair. Oh, really? Tell me more about that.
Yeah,
Oh, well, I was at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I
Well,
paid $87 to
Yeah.
get her
Well,
autograph.
I had lunch with her because I ran into her in New York City. So
Yeah, I saw her in line at Jamba Juice.
We're celebrity
friends.
Nazis. Celebrity meeting Nazis.
Yeah. Yeah,
So what would your fuck, marry, kill for those two?
yeah,
be?
it's same. I've
Same?
never been to a
Nice.
Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I like some Japanese animation, like
Yeah.
Ghibli and stuff, and I do like some of the Star Wars stuff's good.
Yep.
Actually, The Mandalorian's good. Andor was good. There's also some really bad shit out there.
Yeah,
So,
there is. Yeah.
what can you do?
For me, it's just the OG 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't even
I'm
say the
enjoying
first 3
watching
anymore
some
because
of
it's
the new
confusing.
ones, but yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you mean.
I have a fuck, marry, kill for you, actually.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Weezer.
Okay.
They Might Be Giants. Or
Nice.
Devo.
Oh, nice. Okay. So Mary is the one that you want to spend the most time with, right?
Yeah.
Devo.
Okay.
For sure, 100%. Weezer. The only reason I would say I'd like to fuck Weezer is because the dude, what's his name? Cuomo?
Rivers Cuomo.
Rivers Cuomo. He
Yeah.
expresses his love for heavy metal in public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I respect that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know their music at all, though.
Well, I mean, public, correct me if I'm wrong, the hordes of unfuckable hate nerds out there will get up my ass, but I'm pretty sure that
Nerds.
at some point Weezer and Malevolent Creation had the same drummer.
What?
Yep.
That's insane.
You unfuckable hate nerds out there, get at me, but I'm pretty sure that is true.
That's insane.
And actually, I believe one
don't
of the
even
people
believe
from Weezer was on Aesop's old podcast, Death Metal Dads.
Jesus.
Because they have that
So
death
there's
metal
some-
lineage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard Rivers talk about his love of Ozzy and Eddie Van Halen and stuff
Yep.
like that. So
And it goes deeper. They're
goes
death
deeper?
metal nerds, I think.
incredible.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. That's blowing my mind.
Right? It's crazy. Yeah.
But so I'd fuck that guy and kill. Yeah, They Might Be Giants. It's just too much. Too
Yeah,
much
it
for
is.
me. It's too much.
I worked with a woman, I can't remember her name, but she gave me some burned CDs of They Might Be Giants because I expressed interest, and they were like her favorite band ever. And there was like maybe like 3 minutes where I was like, oh my God, this is like opening up these portals in my brain. And then I was like, wait, no, I can't. It's just too much. It's like it's too whimsical for me. It's too like people say twee, I guess. Is that a thing? It's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's like
yeah, maybe.
cutesy kind
It's
of.
cutesy. Yeah, cutesy.
I do love Birdhouse in My Soul. I think that's a great song. I think they do have their moments. I think the album
put out
Flood
a-
is really good, but
They put out a kids album that I had
Yep.
heard a while ago that I enjoyed when Maisie was small.
yeah, it's like we don't say no or yes, no, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But I respect them. It's just a bit much for me.
Well, you know, getting heavier, King Gizzard,
Yeah, nerds,
very nerdy
Yeah.
band. Flaming Lips,
nerds,
very nerdy.
like hippie nerds or like
hippie nerds,
trippy nerds.
I
or
guess
something.
Grateful Dead. I mean, I'm a dead nerd. Nobody says that. They call themselves deadheads.
Yeah, but it'd be dead nerd too. That
Dead
would work.
Dead nerd works.
Yeah.
But those guys, man, they fucking go deep. Fish heads, fish nerds.
Fish nerds. Yeah,
Oh, fish nerd could also be a guy that's really into catching bass, you know?
that's true. Yeah.
I hear all the laughter out there. You should got to put a laugh track on here.
Oh my God, that'd be so great and annoying.
Very annoying. Because knowing you just like
I
try
just-
to piss people off.
I
and
just
you
overuse
put at-
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you put it at weird times.
Like during a song or something. What was the band that had the live album where they just pretended it was a live album? Was that Kiss?
I think Judas Priest did that as well. Unleashed
really?
in the East, yeah. Well, it was a soundboard thing, and then they added. Is that what you're talking about?
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe
Yeah, I
it's
think
that.
it's, Unleashed in the East was a soundboard recording,
Oh, okay.
and then later because there was no audience interaction that came through the mics or something.
Right.
So they
Yeah.
added it
Okay.
later. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It was still a live recording.
Right.
But, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on
Yeah.
to T-shirt of the day.
It's T-shirt of the day. It's a T-shirt of the day.
Ew, what are you wearing?
Let's find out. It's a T-shirt of the day.
Okay, cool. Today I have my Movie Madness shirt on, which I've probably had
Nice.
before.
I don't
I
know.
love it. It's got like a lot of horror stuff in it.
Yeah, I think
Hidden-
Don has
hidden.
that same shirt.
He does. I think I saw him with it as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't go to Movie Madness anymore because I'm not in the neighborhood for one, and also not really renting DVDs or anything.
Right.
But I feel like I should support them, so I buy their merch.
Nice. Yeah. No, it's a great place.
Yeah, dude, we're lucky to have that kind of shit here.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
incredible.
I haven't been there in forever.
Anybody that has never been, or when they come to Portland, check it out. It's up there with like going to Powell's or something in my mind.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Mhm.
you got to go there because they have some movie memorabilia there as
They
well.
do.
They have the Psycho knife.
Oh, that's right. They do. Yeah.
They have a bunch of outfits from movies, I believe,
Mhm.
Psycho also. But yeah, pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it's a
and
great
now
place.
now they're in cahoots with the Hollywood.
That's right.
Or the Hollywood Theater bought
Hollywood
them
Theater.
or something. But
Yeah, there's something going on there.
Yeah.
Because they were going to go out of business, and I think Hollywood like saved them or something
stepped
like that.
in, yeah. And
Yeah.
they have a little theater that they actually show movies in. Like
That's
I heard
right.
of my VHS friends, which are also a nerd culture thing.
Yeah.
They have like a 10-person theater where you can go.
Yeah.
And occasionally they have showings of like weird movies. And stuff.
Yeah. No, it's
That's
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to check that out sometime. My T-shirt.
What you wearing? What you wearing?
It's hard to see. I think I've worn this one on the pod before too.
So
Gorguts,
good. So
considered
good.
dead.
So good.
It's really old. Cut the sleeves off.
Oh, would the Primordial guy, would Alan
Yeah, he
be
might,
okay with that one?
I think so.
Well, how old is it? You know, he'd ask.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that old, and it might be a bootleg. I'm not sure. I don't.
Yeah, fuck that.
I think I got this off of eBay.
Yeah, fuck that. You didn't get it
Used,
from the
though.
band? Dude, that's
No,
fucked up.
I know. Yeah, Luke LeMay did not hand this one to me specifically. Actually, I do have a Gorgut shirt that he handed to me specifically.
Nice.
But
You
it's
have a
not this
picture
one.
of that you got for me for my birthday.
That's
One of the
right.
sweetest gifts ever.
Yeah, I'm a really nice guy and a good friend.
You are. You're a good friend.
Yeah.
Luke LeMay is a genius. We had
Mhm.
the privilege and pleasure to see him at MDF.
Yes,
so
we did.
I was happy to have done that. I'm 100% sure I saw him in the 90s as well. Obscura tour.
Yeah.
That's TearCon.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's awesome.
So
Well-
it wasn't the first time, but I was happy to see him.
It was only the second time for me, and the first time was in the 2000s with Carcass. So
Nice. Oh, I may have
Yeah.
seen him then too, thinking about
I
that.
feel like you were gone for that show. It was Carcass,
Okay.
Black Dahlia Murder, and Gorguts.
Yeah.
It was like a few months after I saw Luke in Calgary.
I was thinking about Tonic Lounge and with the way they renamed it the Panic Room and all that
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
recently.
that was
It
weird, the rebranding,
They were
yeah.
on Bar Rescue or
Yeah,
some shit.
yeah.
That's so stupid.
That's
now,
so
looking
stupid.
back.
It didn't work.
None
I mean,
of those
obviously.
things work. I wonder
No.
what the data is on like a show like that comes in and
I don't know.
probably like 100% failure. These
Yeah.
things do not work.
Yeah,
They
probably.
dude, they were serving the food on jail plates. Like they were
Yeah.
supposed to be like
That's what I heard.
so stupid, man.
So stupid.
Anyway.
Oh, all right.
I went to a pub the other day, Landmark Saloon. We
I've
played
heard of
cards
this.
there.
Okay.
Played cards there. It's on Division.
Yeah.
They serve their beer in aluminum cups, reusable aluminum cups.
Oh, interesting. Was
Not
that cool?
Sure. It was okay. They
Yeah.
tasted fine. I just
Yeah.
wasn't sure if it was because glass breaks. I guess that's probably why.
I guess.
Or people were it's a country kind of a country bar. Like there was
Yeah.
these old school country guys playing music. It was kind of cool.
Huh.
Maybe people were throwing their pint glasses at them or something.
Maybe. Jesus.
Anyway.
I hope not.
But it reminded me of the Panic Room because they serve
Yeah.
their food on these like trays that were supposed to be like jail trays.
That's not
Fucking
fun,
stupid, dude.
No, that's terrible. I miss that. Place,
I don't like getting beers served in plastic or anything
No.
besides glass.
Me
But
either.
What are you gonna do? Sometimes you just got to do it.
Sometimes you just got to do it, especially like fests and stuff. They'll
Yeah,
give you
exactly.
like Hawthorne Theater. It's like a little,
Yeah, I
like a
know.
plastic cup.
It's too much for them to clean, and breakage probably happens too. So
yeah. I don't blame them, but it's
No.
just it sucks.
not ideal. Am I a beer nerd then? I guess I think I am.
It sounds like you're more like a vessel nerd.
I am. Is this 20 ounces? Because you said imperial pint there.
Right.
I do believe I should bring my measurement tool out.
Yeah.
My dipstick.
The head is a little bit large
Yeah.
on this, so actually your serving size decreases with the amount
It
of
has.
head.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's some bad pours out there. I've had that multiple times.
Oh,
I
yeah.
usually don't say anything, but I
No.
say it in my head and I get really angry inside. But
No.
That's very Portland of me.
It's very Portland of you. Yeah. Well, all right, Nick.
All right, that was
this
fun.
was another great episode. As always, write in.
Yep.
Give us, what do they say? Give us 5 stars. Leave a review. Follow us.
thumbs ups.
All that
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
All these podcast nerds that I know, they keep telling me, you got to say that shit because it helps spread the word. I would love
Yep.
for more people to hear the podcast. I would love to get some more listeners. So yeah,
I wish
please
I
just
had
write us
more
a
time to
review.
be a podcast nerd. I don't have enough time.
I know, because like listening to them, it takes time. Like
Yeah, and I like to listen to music, dude.
yeah, of course. There's
In
a
the
lot of things
car.
to listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Erin listens to some of her podcast on like 1.5 speed.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's faster.
My wife Sarah does that as well.
That's weird. I've tried to do it and I can't do it. It freaks me out.
Because the speed of the
Yeah.
It's like
oh,
chipmunks.
welcome to IE Music. Here, now, Nick. Hi, Jason. Hey, listen.
Let's slow it down quite a bit.
Yeah.
So that when
Let's-
people do listen 1.5, it's like 1.
I like that idea. And then they'll get pissed off.
Why are you guys talking so slow? Well, because we're intending you to listen on 1.5.
Yeah, come on. If you're a podcast nerd, you'd understand. Yeah. All right, Nick Wusz. We'll see you next time. Thanks
See you
again,
next time.
as always.
Pleasure. Bye.
An Earth in Sound production.